Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing What If Naruto was Musashi Miyamoto from Vagabond, and we're also going to combine some of his powers from Baki, since there's two different versions and both of their powers is what I'm going to be using, but Naruto's going to look like the picture up on screen. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into that what if. So, we're going to start off when Naruto is born. Naruto was born with immense chakra. Chakra that pretty much seemingly is like how, you know how in Bleach, when someone is way, like, ascended, you can't really sense their chakra. So to everyone there, they don't sense any chakra, but they sense a life force. And pretty much everything goes the same, except Naruto has black hair. And we're going to skip, 6 years? Naruto is 6 years old. And he is not living in the Leaf Village. Right now, he is living in a samurai-ruled village. Because, the Leaf Village didn't want to take him, because since he was a kid, he was getting pretty much barely killed. So he started training, but he had this thing in his head that he reminded himself. If he's gonna be a great samurai, he's gonna have to know how to master his abilities. So he took up 2 swords. So if he injures one of his arms, he can use the other sword. Or if he gets on a horse or anything, he can use a sword while still on it. So he starts his training with 2 wooden swords. And he pretty much grows, wise, pretty much. And he is, one of the most potential of all the samurai there. And on his 10th birthday, he is given his first katanas. He is given 1 wakizashi and 1 normal-sized katana. A wakizashi is a smaller type of katana, usually ranging to be bigger than a bayonet, but half the size of a katana. So yeah. So while Naruto is training, one day he sees something run past him. And then he sees a guy rush towards him, and it turns out to be Sasuke. Because Sasuke was looking for a challenge, pretty much. Because Sasuke hasn't been fought anyone. And he runs up to Naruto, tries to throw a punch. Naruto dodges it, not even using his swords, and he creates 2 chakra swords, slicing at Sasuke, pretty much saying, "Listen, don't pick a fight with someone stronger than you." And pretty much getting rid of the chakra blades, Sasuke says, as he drags him to the Leaf Village, leaves him there, then teleports back to the samurai village. Then 6 years later, Naruto is gonna graduate and be a normal, not really a samurai rank yet, but the weakest level of samurai. Which he's stronger than that, for real, but he's right now a base samurai. Nobody knows that he can manifest chakra, blades, anything like that. They just think he's a normal 2-sword styled swordsman. And he takes a test, and he masters it. He uses shadow clones, a bunch of different stuff, and they require at least 1 jutsu. So Naruto decided to master wind and fire. So he can pretty much coat his blade in wind, and it makes it a lot more sharp. Let's just say he does it to a wooden sword. A wooden sword can't cut anything. But if he uses his wind chakra on it, it can cut anything. Even for a normal sword. In fire, if he imbues it into his blades, he can pretty much cut, but also burn at the same time. That's why I'm adding these powers. And because in the main storyline, Naruto has all chakra natures whenever he's the Hokage, but never mind that, whenever he's at this level, he had wind chakra. Because he's about the power of a Shippuden level Naruto. And pretty much Naruto is walking around, waiting for the next round, which is sparring, and he sees this kid who uses a giant great sword. And no, this isn't Guts. It's just a kid who uses a greatsword. And it's a pretty cool looking greatsword. It's like something you'd see in like those fantasy movies and stuff that have like a skull imprinted in them. Like imagine Dante's blade from Devil May Cry. Yeah, that's what that kid is using. And they both get paired, like sparring match. Naruto pulls out his katana and covers it in wind chakra, walking forth slowly, flash stepping, and he thought that if he flash stepped, that he would. So he charges forwards, pretty much going behind the kid, and the kid pretty much leaves, gets a tiny cut. And Naruto's surprised, like, huh? How did he? And seeing the great sword in front of him, and it's covered in, like, magma dripping off of it. Saying, I guess he blocked my attack. As he pulls out both of his swords and charges one with flame and one with wind. Charging forth and starts bouncing, like, back and forth. Charging forth and, like, sticking both his katanas through this kid's stomach. And then slicing outwards, not killing him, but injuring him. It's like the very edges of his stomach. So that kid gets patched up, and Naruto says, your fight was good. You're the first person who's ever been able to dodge or even protect yourself against one of my attacks. What the heck? I just burped. So, whenever Naruto is walking away, they're getting ready for the second round of sparring. And they are giving wooden swords, since they saw what happened with real swords. Everyone here is given wooden swords. And Naruto's not even going to use any of his special abilities. He's just using 2 wooden swords. And he charges forwards at one of the people and goes up and pretty much hits him in a pressure point, which knocked him out. He is just as lethal with a sharp sword as a dull sword. You can cut, he pretty much knows this. He can cut anything, but he also can't cut anything. If he were to swing at a piece of paper and he didn't want to cut it, it wouldn't cut. Because he has the ability to control what he cuts and what he doesn't. So yeah. And with his wooden sword, he just sheaths them and goes on to the next round. Pretty much winning a bunch of different rounds. And finally, getting his little outfit. And he has right now the musashi haircut. But yeah. Naruto afterwards goes to a gym and starts working out because he needs to have strength, speed, and precision to be able to win in a battle. Until they're called for their first mission. It's to help these 2 guys beat a group of bandits. And why they're only sending Naruto and that other kid with the great sword is, they saw how powerful they are. So Naruto sheaths one of his blades and starts cleaning it. As he says, okay, well, what is the time we have to come back with this mission? He said, well, in the next 7 days. Saying, okay. As he grabs a sack and he starts putting some food and stuff in there. And they leave the village. And when they go out the village, they walk a few miles away, and they get ambushed. Naruto doesn't even take them serious, pulls out 2 of like wind chakra blades, slicing both of them in half. These are the Demon Brothers. They're being sent to the land of the waves to exterminate people. Or exterminate all the bandits. And they see mist nearby later, and they hear a bunch of swords clashing. Or a sword and a kunai clashing. And Naruto senses the chakra and says, I know who's in there. As he teleports in, and Kakashi Hatake, seeing this kid charge in with 2 swords, saying, he must be a samurai. I have to tell him to move. Until 1 second later, Zabuzo's head rolls. As Naruto says, hello, I suppose you are Kakashi Hatake. And Kakashi says, yes, what's your name? I like to be called Musashi Miyamoto. You can call me Naruto, though. So yeah. So whenever he's pretty much talking, they say, well, we would have died if you weren't there. One of our teammates got knocked out, and seeing Sakura on the ground, like scared, seeing Sasuke with a hole in his shoulder saying, I see. And Haku comes to kill Naruto senses, and he gets hit a few times, ripping up his clothes. But Naruto straight up doesn't give. He pulls out 1 sword, his little wakizashi, looks at Haku, and Haku becomes tiny little cubes. Yup, Haku dead. Like dead. Dead. So yeah. When they all get to the village, they say, well, Naruto says, well, I've been assigned to kill the mercenary leader, pretty much controlling this village. I will see you, hopefully, soon. As they hear a big explosion, and they see, pretty much, Gato running around with mercenaries and telling them to, like, rob these places. And Naruto walks up, and they all see him with, like, a straw hat. Yeah, he has, like, one of those straw Ronin hat. Looking at Gato, saying, so you're the mercenary leader. This'll be light work. Pulling out his sword, and Gato is gone. Like, Gato has been cut with a full force swing. Gato is gone. Nah, it isn't. Pretty much Naruto made it to where his blade didn't cut. But it launched Gato into a forest. Quite mistakenly on ice. And quite mistakenly next to a polar bear. Listen, bear sayings are, you see white, say goodnight. Because black bears are definitely not as strong as a polar bear. That was a random fact of knowledge. So yeah, so when Naruto is walking away, he pretty much teleports to the leaf and lets everyone else walk back. Naruto collecting 1 million yen. Because he took out 2 S-rank ninja, a single shot, so they decided to promote him to a captain. And that's where we're going to have a bit of a time skip, a few months. The Chunin exams is starting, and Naruto saying, pretty much telling the leader of the samurai that he would like to watch over the Leaf Village for a minute. So he walks into the Leaf Villages and starts watching over the Chunin exams. Seeing Orochimaru saying, he definitely shouldn't be here. Going up to cut Orochimaru teleports behind him with the Kusanagi blade, ready to cut Naruto in half. Naruto dodges, grabs Orochimaru's head, slicing it. Nah, he didn't even slice it, he just ripped it off. And then incinerated the blade with a fire style. Or he incinerated Orochimaru with the fire style fireball jutsu. So, yeah. Also, I'm making Musashi, or Naruto, a lot super OP, but, yeah. It's because I'm going to be adding some, like, crazy villains. Also, guys, make sure, I want you guys to comment down below if you guys want me to do, like, a, what if Deku was, like, Guts from Berserk? Because my Naruto what if for Berserk wasn't really that good. Because I didn't really know what I was going to say. But, yeah, just comment down below if you want me to do, like, try and remake one of my old what ifs. And I'll let you guys choose. If you guys can get me to, 20 subscribers by the end of the month, I'll do the movie for What If Naruto was Halle Bell. It's a very old series I did. Yeah, but anyways. So Naruto is walking away. And pretty much Orochimaru's been decimated on a tree, too. The Chunin's exams go on, and the final thing happens, and Shukaku ended up getting summoned in the middle of the Chunin exams. Naruto says, wind style, wind bullet jutsu, shooting a giant wind bullet that, blew a hole in the sand. Then Naruto teleported inside of Shukaku, pretty much getting ready to get crushed, but not really. Pretty much charging all of his chakra through his entire body. Pretty much explodes. Because he just upgraded himself from this dude right here to this. He pretty much, upgraded his entire body. And that's where I will be leaving off this part. For part 2.